getting some great fall foliage up here, and that's what I'm up here for. The other thing that's coming with this fall foliage is cold temperatures. This is the first of at least 2, maybe 3 videos. I'm up in the Adirondacks in New York, about 250 miles north of where I live. I'm heading towards the town of Inlet, New York, in the Adirondacks. Inlet is in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of the Adirondacks, and it's surrounded by about 1 million acres of Adirondack forest. That's the draw for me. I've got the trailer with me, I'm towing it behind me, but I'm gonna leave the trailer behind for this first phase.
I mean, I can go into this lake as well. I don't have a canoe in there, but I know there's one in there.
Yeah.
You know, and that doesn't matter, really.
Yeah.
But I think this is a pretty lake. There's islands. The weather dictates whether we work. So if the weather is not good enough for us to get there, we come when we can. We watch the weather.
Yes.
And, you know, if we can make it any time in that day, we'll get there. I won't give up until there isn't going to be light enough.
Yeah. What would cause you to not come?
Extremely high wind or visibility.
Visibility. So,
rain, heavy rain, and
heavy
low clouds.
rain, low clouds, fog.
You know, we have to cross terrain to get there, so we need to be able to. Tom Payne. You're Mr. Payne of Payne? Well, my father's Mr. Payne. I've been flying for about 37 years.
How old is that plane we're going to get in?
It's built in 73.
73, okay. Last tune-up and maintenance? You don't need to pump out the pontoons or anything? Or
No.
Struts are in good shape?
Yep.
Where's the parachute?
There's only one.
Okay. Here's some of the other planes out here. You know, real beauties. All right, contact. I just want you to know, if you want to take a nap, I have 20 minutes on a Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you need me to take over, you know, just let me know. Okay.
So have you been in this area before?
Oh yeah, the Adirondacks. I come up here backpacking. Mount Marcy, the High Peaks area, of course. How far from the Canadian border are we?
100 miles.
100 miles, okay, great.
Are you ready?
Yep. Is it hunting season?
Bear season, so.
Bear?
Yeah.
Is that rifle or shotgun?
It's early season, so it's
Black powder?
rifle.
Black powder?
Yep, rifle season.
Rifle season, okay. I'm not likely to encounter bear hunters up there, right?
I doubt it.
Yeah. drag, just kidding. I just want to get the clam shelter up so I can keep my other gear dry. I've been here about an hour, and I'm not even settled in yet, but this is about as good as it gets for what I enjoy. So I'm still setting up. The tent is up. The tent is great. I just purchased this tent. Again, this is the MSR Hubba Hubba, and it went up real easy, real lightweight. I think it's like 3.5 pounds. This doesn't weigh much. They give you the stakes and a lot of everything, just a little bit of cord on here and a couple of more stakes, and this would be a complete setup. It'll be perfect, like a perfect tent. It's light enough and small enough to do bicycle camping, in my opinion. I'm still exploring the, I haven't even begun to explore the area yet. I'm just enjoying the view here. I do hear water trickling. I'm going to try and find that. I can just barely hear this from the camp. So, very nice. So dinner tonight is going to be cooked on this one burner stove. I have a little propane tank, butane propane. I have one of the cheap Chinese one burner stove. I actually have a second one of these if I need to do two things at once, cook two things at once. And I'm going to boil some water. I have a titanium pot here. I got some water from the water source here. Since I'm boiling it, I'm not worried about it. And I'm going to have lump crab meat with puttanesca sauce and whole wheat pasta. Yeah, penne. I didn't bring a can opener, so the Swiss Army knife can opener got this open. Haven't used that in a long time, but I'm sure glad I had it with me today. Well, one definition of silence is 20 minutes of not hearing human created sounds. And if that's the case, this place exceeds that by a long shot. I'm going overnight, I hear nothing. In the daytime, I hear some privately owned prop planes flying by. You know, they don't fly by here. I hear them way off in the distance, miles away. So this place is silent. The only birds I'm seeing are blue jays, chickadees, nuthatch. All the seed-eating birds who are going to hang around for the winter are still here. All the mosquito-eating birds had to fly south before the temperatures dropped and the mosquitoes are scarce. So the lake is beautiful. I can't kneel on the floor of the canoe. I got some water in here and I tried to dump it earlier. I couldn't get it out. So I'm just gonna have to paddle from a sitting position. And that's okay. I practiced my J stroke. If you're watching this, we probably have a lot in common. And you should subscribe. You should subscribe because I talked with some people who were watching my videos and didn't subscribe. And then some things started to happen. I had no hand in this. Coffee became bitter. They had to empty the lint trap a lot to gain weight. They were bringing out the garbage more often than they had to before. Life became tough. But when they subscribed, the opposite happened. They hardly ever had to clean the lint trap on the dryer. Coffee was sweet and delicious. And they lost weight. So subscribe and click like. You know, this camera is stereo. So when I paddle on the right side, you should hear that coming out of the right speaker. And when I paddle on the left, you should hear that coming out of the left side. That's the way I hear it with my ears. Every trip, I forget something. And this trip's no different. And what I forgot this time was, you know, I'm doing a combination trip here. I'm doing the camp out here on this lake. And I'm doing the trailer trip, which is going to follow on this. So the gear gets infinitely more complex, you know, and the packing. And I made a goof. When I packed up my caffeine source, which is green tea, I packed that in the wrong tub. And those tubs are back with the car for the trailer stuff. And I didn't squeeze it into the backpacking or into the tent camping tub. So I'm operating in slow motion. I'm sleeping late, falling asleep early and wanting to take a nap during the day. None of that's an issue, but it's certainly fun to see how much caffeine affects you and what it's like without caffeine. This is a beaver lodge. It's the only one I've seen in the pond or the lake so far. It doesn't look active. Usually find more mud and stuff on here. I'm not an expert, but I can see all the gnawed branch ends, chiseled branch ends from the little buck teeth. So beavers up here get big. I mean 80 pounds, 90 pounds. They're huge. They don't cause a lot of problems in the world though. Well, it's a wet exit. It's a rainy day. Today's the 5th day I'm in here. I'm supposed to leave. Plane's supposed to be here in about an hour, so I packed everything up. Well, it's 10 after 10. The plane's not here. I can only assume that the conditions are too bad to fly in. He said low clouds and rain were conditions he wouldn't fly in, and I have both of them today. I hope that's him. Do I need to do anything? Nope. Okay. Hiya. Here's the airport office. Interested in coming, it's Payne's Seaplane Rides, and here's the phone number, and looks like an adventure. After 5 days of camping, I really needed a shower. I really need a shower.
Okay.
Can I just pay for a shower?
You sure can.
Great.
It's $2.
I'm in a bar, restaurant, and I'm uploading videos to YouTube, glomming their internet. This trip, it's been a struggle to get internet. I mean, other than mooching in bars, it's, you know, there was, out where I was, there was no internet. It was just a no man's land. So the restaurants are a good source for uploading. They're not the quickest, but, you know, my phone, I can use that as a Wi-Fi hotspot, but there's just like no coverage here. That's how life is on the road. When I was working, one of the things that kept me going was I made lots and lots of plans. I mean, tons of plans, adventures, equipment lists, and all that. And this happens to have been one of those items, one of those trips I planned. And look at this, now it's coming to fruition. So at work, that kept me going. It kept me positive and happy, and, you know, hoping for the future. And here it is. This is the future. I'm here living it. So if you're still working and the grind is getting to you, it pays to plan. It's a great motivator to keep on going.